You can waste a shocking amount of money on editing software just to end up fighting your Nikon files for colors your camera already knew how to make. And that's the kind of weird little secret with NX Studio. It looks like the software equivalent of a dentist waiting room. It doesn't have the cool factor of Lightroom, and for a lot of people it got filed away under free Nikon thing I should probably ignore. But that's a mistake because NX Studio is actually better than most photographers think. And in a few very specific ways, it can genuinely beat Lightroom. So here's what I want to do. I want to show you where NX Studio is surprisingly good, where it's still absolutely annoying, and where it makes the most sense in a real Nikon workflow. If you shoot Nikon, and if you've ever looked at a raw file in Lightroom and thought, why does this not look like what I saw on the back of the camera? This is the conversation. I've spent enough time bouncing between Nikon files and different editors to know this is not just a theoretical pixel peeper problem. This stuff affects whether your edits start from a place you'd like or from a place that makes you want to launch your laptop into low Earth orbit. And that's the first reason NX Studio deserves more credit than it gets. Color rendering. This is where Nikon has a home field advantage, and it's not subtle. NX Studio reads Nikon RAW files with Nikon's own interpretation of the data, which means the starting point often looks a whole lot closer to the JPEG preview you liked in camera. Nikon's picture controls, white balance behavior, active delighting choices, noise reduction decisions, all that house sauce is much more faithfully represented there than in a third-party editor. Lightroom can absolutely get you to a great result, but sometimes it feels like you're translating a novel through 3 different droids before it reaches the screen. NX Studio just starts in Nikon. Now, I do want to separate shooting from editing here because these are not the same thing. When I'm shooting in RAW, I'm not advocating that you get cute with picture controls in camera and then trust a histogram like it's pure truth descending from the heavens. That histogram is based on the JPEG preview, not the untouched raw data, so aggressive picture controls can absolutely push you into making in-camera exposure decisions based on a look that is not actually baked into the raw file. That's why I think neutral or flat makes a lot more sense while shooting RAW if you want a more sensible preview and a histogram that doesn't send you on a side quest. Where NX Studio gets interesting is afterwards. In post, picture controls become genuinely useful because Nikon's own software understands them the way Nikon intended. Standard, neutral, portrait, landscape, monochrome, rich tone portrait, all of that behaves in a very familiar way, and now with flexible color picture control support on newer bodies. You can push that even further inside Nikon's ecosystem. So I'm not saying picture controls are your exposure crutch in the field. I'm saying that they can be a fast, very Nikon native starting point once the RAW file is safely on your computer. And that matters more than people think, because half of the editing speed is not having to reinvent your color every single time. And I'm actually curious how many of you landed in the same place on this, because for a lot of Nikon shooters, the practical compromise is pretty simple. Keep the camera on something like flat or neutral while shooting in RAW. Then use NX Studio later if you want to lean into Nikon's rendering on purpose. That gives you a saner histogram in the field and still lets you cash in on Nikon color when it actually helps. Another area where NX Studio punches above its weight is lens corrections. Nikon knows its own lenses, and that shows. Distortion control, vignetting behavior, color fringe correction, diffraction compensation. That stuff tends to feel very predictable in NX Studio because it's tied so closely to the camera and the lens metadata. With native Z lenses in particular, the results are often exactly what you'd hope for. Clean, consistent, and not weirdly interpretive. Lightroom is still very good here, obviously, but NX Studio has that manufacturer level familiarity that can make Nikon files feel just a little more coherent right out of the gate. Now, the next part is where a lot of people underestimate it: RAW recovery. NX Studio is not some miracle worker that resurrects a photo you exposed like a security camera in a haunted basement. But with Nikon RAW files, highlight and shadow recovery can be surprisingly strong, especially when the image was exposed reasonably well and you're trying to pull back detail without wrecking the color. Because it understands Nikon's own data and tone decisions so well, recovery often feels smoother and more natural than you'd expect from free software. Not magical, just less brittle. That's a big difference. And if you remember only one thing from this video, it's this: NX Studio is at its best when your goal is to get the most Nikon-looking result from a Nikon file with the least amount of fighting. That is a very different mission from building a massive catalog, syncing edits across 10 shoots, delivering client galleries, and living inside one giant cloud-connected machine. If your job is make this Nikon file look right fast, NX Studio gets a lot more compelling. That said, we do need to talk about the workflow limitations, because this is where the software reminds you it's a basic tool. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean it as a reality check. Compared to Lightroom, NX Studio lacks the more complex corrections, masking abilities, and AI removal tools that a lot of photographers now expect. And instead of that kind of modern masking workflow Lightroom users are used to, NX leans on point control adjustments that affect small areas of the image. That can be useful for targeted tweaks and for simple work. It gets the job done, but it's not the same thing as having a deep, flexible masking system. If you're doing heavy local work, selective edits, layered refinements, or really intricate problem solving on an image, Lightroom is still playing a different sport. NX Studio is much more about getting the file to a clean, pleasing result with straightforward adjustments rather than giving you an entire digital effects department in your laptop. The cataloging is basic, the organization tools are fine, not elegant, batch workflows are usable but not exactly thrilling, and yes, it can still be a bit slow at times, not unusable, not painfully broken, just a little leisurely, like it wants you to enjoy the scenery on the way to your final edit. But for making simple adjustments, I think most photographers would find it more than capable. Exposure, white balance, picture control choices, contrast, color tuning, lens corrections, basic RAW development. That stuff is very doable here. So the real question is not whether NX Studio replaces Lightroom for every kind of photographer. It's whether your actual editing needs are simple enough that Nikon's better color and native handling outweigh the missing complexity. For a surprising number of shooters, the answer is probably yes. And here's where it actually beats Lightroom. First, matching Nikon's in-camera look. If you care about consistency between what you saw in the EVF and what you saw in the LCD and what opens on your computer, NX Studio is often better. Second, picture control integration. Lightroom can imitate some of this, but NX Studio speaks the native language more fluently. Third, native handling of certain Nikon-specific adjustments and metadata just feels more trustworthy, especially for people who want the camera-to-computer pipeline to stay visually consistent. Another real strength is the ability to create pixel shift images, which is a very Nikon-specific advantage if you're shooting subjects where that extra detail and color information actually matter. This is not an everyday feature for everybody, but for photographers who use it, having Nikon's own software handle that workflow is a pretty meaningful point in NX Studio's favor. And then, of course, there's the price, which is extremely compelling because free is still a very aggressive pricing strategy. The trick is knowing what role you want it to play. For some of you, NX Studio is the first stop, RAW developer, and Lightroom is the finisher. For others, NX Studio is the color reference tool you use when Lightroom gives you that slightly off starting point. And for some Nikon shooters, especially if your edits are straightforward and you care a lot about Nikon color, NX Studio may actually be enough on its own. That's the part people miss. It doesn't have to beat Lightroom at everything to be valuable. It just has to be the best tool for a few very important things. And honestly, Nikon Color is one of those things that keeps photographers more loyal than we like to admit. Please consider subscribing. I appreciate you.